Hi. So, what seems to be the issue exactly? Okay. Okay. So, let me just try to summarize just so I can make sure that I'm on the right train right here with you, chugging along. So, you brought your 5-year-old son, Timmy, and you want him to go see a movie by himself. And that movie is Terrifier, the one with the killer clown. Okay. So, unfortunately, I'm so sorry, that won't be able to happen. Let me break something down. So there is G-rated movies, and those you can basically show anybody. Your mom, your aunt, your niece, your nephew, your kid, your infant, heck, even a baby in the womb could see it. It's fine. Then there's PG, which I would say moderate sort of parental guidance and presence needs to be there, but nothing that little Timmy here wouldn't be able to have nightmares over. Then there's PG-13. That at this point is getting pretty dicey. I can allow it within the legal parameters. I wouldn't advise any parent to bring their 5-year-old child to see a PG-13 movie. Not quite yet. And then there's R. R is strictly off limits. You have to be 21 or older or be accompanied by an adult if you are under that age. And then there is Terrifier, which is NC-17, which is not suitable for a person almost 4 times your son's age. And that is Terrifier. I don't know where. I'm so sorry. I can direct you to a whole host of other movies and showtimes that we have. My assistant right here will help you. If you can, just help. I'm gonna take care of this customer, this guest. Thank you. Hi, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you would be shocked. I've had customers spit on me at my old job. They've cussed me out. There was one time where I wouldn't allow their kid to see a rated R movie. I think it was even like the last Terrifier. So they quite literally threw a smoke bomb in the theater, in the lobby, and we had to evacuate because the smell was so pungent. That was then. I've since opened up the theater. I'm so sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's nice to meet you. What is your name? Oh wait. You wouldn't be you are? My friend. Welcome. We've been expecting you. If I knew that this was you and you in our database that's you, I would have had that dealt with in a separate manner. I am so sorry. Well, before I kind of give you the tour, my name is, I don't know if you can see my name tag. My name is Cine, C-I-N-E, born with the pure love and passion for film, so much so that I opened up Cine's Cinema. Sounds a bit self-gratuitous, but it's not to stroke my ego at all. It is because I love film, I love luxury, I love comfort, and I think movie theaters have been lacking. And ever since the pandemic, ever since we've had to distance ourselves, I think the essence of it has been lost. So I decided to bring all of my sensibilities and passions to building a theater, one that prioritizes you as the forefront. Here you can relax, you can chill out. It is a space for you to study, to just not even see a movie, but for it to be your second home, if you will. But we also show new movies, old movies. It's kind of curated off of my interests, but also the workers here and everyone. We even have community-led films, and it's great. I'm so glad you can make it. I have heard nothing but the most wonderful things about your reputation, about you, and you just look wonderful. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm here to help. Again, we have dozens of auditoriums spanning all different types of formats. So that is why I'm here to help you find the exact movie, the format, and the exact sort of snack, drink, and comfort combo to help make this time as wonderful as possible. I can't wait. I think it's such a privilege, to have time to see a movie, to step out, to enjoy art, and I think it's gonna be great. So if you can, just let me know. Are you looking for any particular movies to watch today or any format? you're looking for some guidance, hey, that's what I'm here for. I don't wear this uniform. I don't drip my name tag out for nothing because I love to do this. So tell me some movies that you like. I mean, for me, some of my favorites: Spider-Man 2, Shut Signs, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Matrix, We're All Going to the World's Fair. I love all different kinds. You know, my thought and my motto is there's not a bad genre. It just, as long as it is made with care, love, and integrity, I'm there. So I kind of get what you mean. You love a little bit of everything. That's okay. Doesn't necessarily help me fully, but hey, no, I think it's the most helpful and valuable tool is that you are open and willing to try new things. Well, before we kind of get into the movie choice, are you a fan of snacks, beverages? Good. Well, here at Cines Cinema, we have prioritized ourselves as getting the most top of the line, upper echelon of snacks and products for our guests. Again, we want to make you leave and step out of this theater wanting to immediately turn around and do it again. So, any preference there, or are you kind of open to doing a bit of the charcuterie board sampling of all the goodies I have? Wonderful. Well, first, I immediately have scoped out one of our most decadent, reserved, and I say reserved very lightly because people love this. They flock to it, but as much as I can give it out, I do really wait to give it to someone who I know is going to appreciate it. Here we have, my friend, we have the Sonic the Hedgehog fruit snacks. These come in an assortment of different flavors and shapes, ranging from Sonic, Tails, Shadow, Knuckles, I think, a diamond, yeah, definitely Shadow, and then there's Knuckles, and then there's like a trophy, and then the rings that Sonic drops. This comes from an exotic fruit in all the way of the Appalachian Mountains. You have to wait every fourth year in a decade for the harvest to ripen the fruit. Then we cut and we trim it down and we process all of the nutrients into here. A lot of people think this is stuff that you can find on the Dollar Tree. I definitely did not find this at the Dollar Tree. Would this be something you are potentially interested in? Wonderful, friend. I'll set that to the side. Now, are you a chocolate fan? Or are you like a sugary, sort of sweet gummy fan? You know what? I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm sorry. I'll just show you again some more because this next one, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's one every time someone has sampled it, they've wanted more. And frankly, I don't blame them because next we have one of our more popular items. It is Warhead gummy worms. This is the creme de la creme. It comes with an assortment, again, of sour, fruity flavors. The tagline is little in size, huge in flavor. And I think I can actually back that myself. They come in 5 different flavors: lemon, green apple, my favorite, orange, black cherry, second favorite, and then blue raspberry. Now, what makes these so wonderful is Warheads are infamous for their bitter sourness. And while I think it feels like you are running the gauntlet when it comes to the sour, kind of like signature Warhead suckers, these very different. You can take your time with it, kind of sift through how it is making you feel, and I promise you, you will not go wrong. I know sour is a bit of an acquired taste, and that is totally fine. Moving maybe a bit more into the chocolate slash nuttier side to kind of keep that palate as well rounded as possible. The next one we have is a candy that I believe should be on the shelves of every movie facility, every home, inside the bellies of every single American human being, because this is one of my favorites. May I even argue top 3? We have Reese's peanut butter cups. Kind of even matches my attire, if you will. Now these are specific because they are the miniature versions. That is the make it or break it for me. I don't care about the bites. I don't care about the thins. Heck, I don't even care about the regular sized ones. They have to be the minis. And they have to be wrapped. Because I think when they're individually wrapped, you get to preserve the goodness, the salty, decadent peanut butter that coincides wonderfully like a majestic river that leads into an ocean with the chocolate. You put that together, I start turning into Remy from Ratatouille with the strawberry and the cheese. I mean, you cannot go wrong. I know for some it is but an acquired taste again, and although we are kind of later in the year, they are my second favorite Reese's. My first is easily the egg ones for Easter, but we can't sell egg ones all year round. We have to stay with the seasons. But these are a close second, and you can have these any time of year. I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side, though, because I would like to show you another signature. One that I have found a lot of people give strife towards, and I don't get it. Does it rank number one on everybody's chocolate list? Most definitely not. But at Cinema, you might not see the most refined at times. You might even question why I chose these things, but I have strategically sampled and kind of organized and curated this grouping of snacks for the particular reason of maximizing the palate in every single way. So you got a little bit of that salty with the peanut butter. Let's keep up with the chocolate family. If the peanut butter cup was the lineage, this would be the distant relative. Here we have Snickers, minis. And again, the minis that are individually wrapped preserve the essence, the nutrients, and the vivacious, expansive palate that'll explode in your mouth. I love these. A lot of people love to say that Three Musketeers are better, that Twix are better, even Butterfinger, and I think those are far stretches because you were talking about whole other subsets here. What I love about Snickers is it never tries to overcomplicate the plot. You have the chocolate, you have the nougat bits, and then you have a bit of that caramel, and you let that just stay in your mouth, let that permeate in the last few bites before you digest it, you swallow it. Think about it. Let it stay there for a second, create that bond, and I promise you that you will not go wrong. I mean, again, many Snickers, maximum satisfaction. It's like these companies should sponsor me. I mean, I'm basically selling their product, but I'm also selling the experience and the memory that you are going to have born from this. I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. Okay, so I got a couple more. I have a couple more. We've talked a lot of sweet, a little sour. Let's go ahead and dip into true salty for a second. Maybe this is the main journey. This is a bit of a side quest. Again, though, I've spent years traveling the world finding what is best. And this is by miles, one of my favorite snacks. But if you can handle the heat, you will definitely love this treat. This next one, again, I have traveled to Sudan, I have traveled to Mexico, I have traveled to Madrid, I've traveled far and wide to find the exact sort of plant that grows the nuts that are made in here. Here we have Takis Fuego nuts. I bet you haven't even heard of it. And no, you might be asking yourself, is this another Dollar Tree find? No. Again, I've packaged these and I've talked with local distributors and also worldwide vendors, if you will. And we have kind of sampled different kind of nuts, different flavors of the chili and the pepper that go into the seasoning. And here is genuinely the best result. Have them all. Again, double the crunch. It is my favorite with an extreme hot, highest hot Scoville temperature. I love these. And again, it's in an effort to counteract the sweet because you don't want it to be overwhelming. You don't want it to be too much. It is all about the equilibrium here. All about the yin and yang, the inner chi that you will find. And this, without question, is one of the best. We'll go ahead and put it to to the side. All right. So maybe if that was a little bit too below the belt, underneath your pay grade, if you will, trust me, I have hit all bases here. And I'm going to show you two more chocolates as we kind of veer into sweet, and then I'm going to finish it with my favorite chocolate. These next two chocolates are maybe for a more refined taste of elegance, but hey, look at you, you're beaming with the beautiful energy that you have. So I don't know why you wouldn't be able to love these. This next one is a bit of a collection that I love. Comes in a pack of 5. These are chocolate bars, smooth and creamy, European chocolate. We're hitting all the continents here, people. It is milk chocolate with hazelnut. I mean, look at this. Comes in like a pack of 5, guys. Let's be serious for a second. I love it. These are some of my favorite. Again, it comes with hazelnut, so if you have a nut allergy, there's plenty here that we can work with. But man, these to me, I found on a trip when I was in Indonesia, and I was kind of studying different cultures and languages, all in the efforts to build my theater, our theater, if you will. And I stumbled across these, and I tried it, and it was almost as if my tongue and my throat and my stomach was but like a river, and the chocolate was just taking a surf. And I've never forgot about the first time I had these. I doubt you've ever had them. That's totally fine. Yet again, I'll set them aside for us, because these, delicioso. Now, this last chocolate, before I get to the big one, is maybe the one that instills the most childlike wonder in me. I had these growing up with my grandparents, and every time I even look at them, I'm brought back to Christmas, to New Year's, to 4th of July, to Thanksgiving, a big long table. My grandma would sneak me these little treats. I brought this into the theater thinking of her. They're delicious. These are German chocolate brownie candy. It is chocolate. Yes, sometimes people kind of give a bit of slack to people for saying candy or chocolate. Sometimes I think they're a bit synonymous, but I guess if you want to call them chocolate, they're chocolate. Yet I love brownies. I think there's been this weird competition of cookies or brownies. It's all situational and circumstantial, but imagine the best, gooeyest brownie you've ever had in your life. Put into chocolate form, 18 pieces that you can easily break apart. You won't even have to worry about them melting, because by the time they start to even disintegrate into your hand, they'll already be disintegrating in your stomach. They're my favorite. And if for anything, if you're kind of on the fence, do it for me. Do it for me, my grandmother, who, man, she'd be so proud. Thank you so much for joining us and being able to experience cinema. I know we're still kind of going through what I have to offer, but it just means a lot that you're here. So thank you. Now this last one, it's so funny, because for years, this is a candy that there is probably 15 different types of these specific chocolates. And I used to be so partial to the peanut ones. They were my favorite. And I think one day I was kind of going through my quest at the store, and I had stumbled across these, and it was because the peanut ones were out. And I'm gonna be so honest, quite like my dad getting milk, I never looked back. These are going to change your life, and I can almost guarantee you've never had them. These are the almond M&Ms in a sharing size. The only thing you're sharing is these with yourself. It's me, myself, and I today, my friend. I love these things so much. They're unbelievably delicious with the crunch of an almond. I love Almond Joys, but these are just a whole other level. I really don't think there is a single chocolate out there that is so eloquently able to mesh with the nut quite like this. I'll go ahead and add that for you as well, my friend. But we've talked a lot of shop about sweets, candy, and snacks. Why don't we go ahead and get ourselves a beverage? Now I'm going to put you in a bit of a tough spot here because we only sell one thing. And I think that one thing, it's not even water. Water you can get anywhere, but at Cine's Cinema, we have the top of the line craft beverages. It's not alcoholic either. And we have done focus groups to assess what is the best. And they have easily, resoundingly so, if you will, said the right answer, which is Sunny D. Not Sunny D packets, not Sunny D cans, not Sunny D pouches, but the perfect form of the Sunny D with the push out top. You have to kind of squeeze it. I mean, if you don't immediately see this and reminisce about being young and experiencing life maybe on a hot day in the grass, did you even have a childhood? If not, we could be able to recreate those memories or create new ones here. So we'll wash it down with a wonderful citrusy sunny day. And then we have it, my friend. We have all the snacks and the beverage. But because you are such a wonderful individual, and we kind of already had this set up, I will admit this is not for everyone. It is very specific to you, friend. We did also supply you with something else, so bear with me one moment. You also have yourself a cozy, thick blanket that you can wrap yourself around because it is perfectly air conditioned. But I also know to get into that heightened state of coziness, you may need a blanket. Here you go, my friend. I'll go ahead and put that to the side for you. Now it looks like we have all of our amenities squared away. You have a blanket to cozy up with, and you have candy and a beverage to sustain an appetite. But now I think it is time to pick our movie and format. Now, if you would allow me, I know there is a whole host of different formats, especially at Cinema. You have IMAX, which is the screen. You have Dolby for the recliners and the sound. You have ScreenX, which is 3 screens. You have 40X, which is like a Universal Studios ride at home here. There's plenty. There's so many, in fact, 3D, 2D, 40, 5D, 6D, you know, a lot of Ds. But I think for an A+ individual like yourself, may I interest you in the Cine format? This is everything. Warmed seats, luxury recliners, a wonderful screen with 4K laser projector resolution. It has everything you need. At any point, it is a private theater, so you can press the button, and I will myself personally assist you with all of your needs, tailored for as long as the movie you choose is I am yours. Again, I only give it to specific people. I don't really throw it out. In fact, it's kind of my private theater. But for the very specific customer like yourself, I got you. It's great. Would you maybe want to try that? Let's do it. But I think, above all, friend, what are we feeling in terms of the movie? There's a bunch of options here. There's the new ones, the big movies. I'm still showing Superman because that movie's peak. Still got the big superhero stuff as well. We got Thunderbolt still in rotation. We got Fantastic Four as well. Don't know if you're impartial to DC or Marvel or if you lean one way or the other. Right now, The Conjuring is doing big numbers. A lot of people are dressing up as nuns, Ed and Lorraine. We kind of really push for cosplays, especially for the big movies. We're gearing up for FNAF 2 coming out, Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know if you knew that acronym. I kind of grew up with Five Nights at Freddy's, so I kind of have that like dialed in my brain. There's a lot. There's still, we're re-releasing Sinners in 70 millimeters, so you could do that as well. Playing F1 in 40X because people love the movement and the feeling of those cars. But we're also doing a new line of re-released classics. Now, classics that you may not have expected to be put in that classification, but I'm going to be honest, I think classic is such an antiquated term that I've really wanted to bring to the limelight of it is something that you can involve yourself in. So we have the classics, Rio, Over the Hedge, Rise of the Guardians, and Legends of the Guardians. We have 9, the one with the sock puppets, deep cut, I know. But I think, if you may, we're getting closer to fall. And if you would allow me as well, just throwing it out there, you can choose any. But I have picked, and I fought with the studio on this. They weren't really wanting to give me the rights because no other theater was screening this movie. But genuinely speaking, maybe like one of my favorite movies of all time, Monster House. It is phenomenal. Have you seen it? You know, if you haven't, it is the sort of thing that I think holds up so well. It's such an odd, animated blunder beauty, as I call it. It works on all cylinders. It was executive produced by Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis, kind of that pioneering of childlike emblem storytelling and crazy CGI motion capture work that I think comes together so well in this movie. Nothing quite looks like it, but it's a movie that I only screen 1.5 out of the 12 months in a year, towards the middle of September and the very end of October, on October 31st. That's when we screen the film, because there's an essence to it akin to Coraline, akin to Paranorman, akin to Corpse Bride. It's all these movies that just have such a great energy to themselves, and you play them during the fall. It's wonderful. Would you be willing to? Thank you, friend. It's been so great getting to hear your tastes, your interests, but most importantly, giving me the patience and space to kind of bring you into the home, into our home. And I think movies are a saving anecdote, a medication, a supplement, a sedative to the noise of the world. I mean, you don't really build a theater out of nothing because you kind of like movies. It's the gateway. It is the will for me to live in so many ways, but more importantly, getting to talk to people like you. Without them, there would be no color in a blank canvas, no paint, no sketching, nothing. And I'm so glad that I could be able to help, at least hopefully, add a bit of color to your canvas as well, my friend. So we got the candy, got the blanket, we got the drink, we got the format and the movie. Is there anything else I could help you with, friend? Wonderful. Well, if that leaves us where we are now, you've been so wonderful. Let me know what you think of Monster House on a rewatch. I think, like, to me, it is a movie that holds up remarkably, and don't mind that customer. Typically, they're great people. Again, Halloween, trying to see Terrifier, but it's all about this, the connection, the established goodness. So I'll go ahead and bag all that stuff. You know what, actually, in fact, let me go ahead. Feel free. Step into the theater. Again, it's going to be right down that hall to the right, where it's going to say reserved. Think of the reserved just with your name, reserved for you. I'll go ahead and deliver it all. Don't forget your blanket, my friend. I'll get your beverage, your snacks. I'll make sure you get cozied in. There'll be a couple trailers, a couple curated trailers. But at the end, feel free, take your time. Again, it's just you, so don't have to worry about being too clean, but please, again, be respectful. Wouldn't expect anything less from you, my friend. Is there anything else I can help you with at all, though? Okay. Thank you again for coming to Cine's Cinema. I hope I can see you soon. And as always, enjoy your movie, enjoy your time, but don't take life for granted and go too fast, because above all else, my friend, remember, to take life one frame at a time. Enjoy your movie, my friend.